It's time for another pairing of really great and really short form games you can get done probably in a weekend, with a game about feeding a black hole and then the tower defense Outhold. In a game about feeding a black hole, you are feeding a black hole. This is a kind of like incremental style game where your mission is to pop all the asteroids in order to feed your black hole, let it grow in size, and do it within a time frame. When time is up, all the money you've earned can then be applied to the incredibly large perk tree. First, it'll just unlock some basic quality of life features such as increased damage, larger attack rates, and so on, but the tree will soonly expand and grow in its own exponential way, unlocking larger asteroids to pop, new elements such as gaining a bonus as you destroy certain asteroids, and the game just goes through the entire kind of like incremental process of starting slow to get a little bit faster, to get a little bit faster, and then you are just snowballing or asteroid balling your way through lots and lots of them on each run. Now, if you're hoping that this builds towards something, my main issue is that the game doesn't quite go anywhere with all these upgrades. You're still going to be looking at the same screen. The only real difference between the beginning and the end are the additional passive bonuses that you gain. If you're hoping for any real new mechanical element or gameplay evolution to kind of keep things moving along, this doesn't do it. And it is on the short side. If you're playing the base game, you can probably get that done in 2 to 3 hours, give or take, of playing. Now, the developer has promised additional gameplay modes that kind of turn things on their side, such as having a roguelike mode, randomly given perks, and challenging how quickly you can move up the perk tree and optimize your way. As per this video, if you're looking for a very lengthy incremental game to play, this is definitely not going to be it. But it's certainly charming enough. So if you have an afternoon to kill and a black hole to feed, I would at least give this one a try. And now we go to Outhold. Your mission is to defend your bonfire from ever-increasing waves of deadly shapes. And you must use your own shapes to stop them before they reach it. Our gameplay again should be familiar to anyone who's played a tower defense game over the years, and the basics of that just keep to it. Where Outhold kind of separates itself from the other titles is with a heavy emphasis on meta progression, and kind of again leaning to this more like incremental style. How this works is win, lose, or draw, you'll use resources that you earn from defeating enemies in order to unlock a very large and expansive perk tree. Now, if that was all there is, it would just be kind of kept at basic upgrades. But what the game does is that you will unlock additional resources by completing specific challenges, beating a level for the first time, doing things under a specific par time, and other bonuses. And there are certain paths along the perk tree that lead to specialized builds. So you could favor focusing on crit damage. You could go for bonuses when an enemy is slowed, poison, go down elemental routes, and others. And since those are limited based on the special resources, it turns this into a game of creating a perfected build that you want to use. Again, do you want rapid fire attacks, slow but heavy damage, and how does this factor with all the different towers that you can unlock? And unlike other games, all your resources are cumulative. So if you want to mix and match, you can do that immediately. And the game heavy emphasizes you building specific builds to focus on different challenges. One challenge could be only use fire damage to be an enemy or be a wave, only use poison, use lightning towers, and so on and so forth. And it's a really great incentive to not only do the different challenges, but explore the different routes on the tree. Because the different playstyles really lend themselves to very different ways of experiencing these maps. With that said, like our first game, this is not meant to be an overly long game. It is going to be longer than a game about feeding a black hole. but there's only a few waves, or at least story waves. There's additional challenges you can unlock, and again, if you want to go for unlocking all the different perks or as far as you can go, that is an option as well. This is the closest a tower defense game has come in a long time to kind of matching the build and meta progression focus that I saw with Gemcraft. Now, this one is definitely not going to be as long as trying to get it all the way through a Gemcraft game, but it's a really great concept and foundation that I would like to see maybe explored further, either with more content or just expanding these systems out in a new direction. If you are a tower defense fan, then this is a very easy recommendation. And as I said, hopefully we'll get more games inspired by this one in the future. So with that, both games were played with retail keys. So until your game for a future stream and review, be sure to get in touch. If you did play these ones as well, let me know what you thought about them. And with that, come back for those sessions on game design here and on Game Wisdom, where you study the art and science of games. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and if you're interested in more of my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.